Hi, you're welcome to another exciting episode of The Nest where we discuss everything babies. In today's episode, we're discussing weaning. It is time for our little babies to eat. How do we do it? How do we go about it? There's so many theories and everyone has their own way of doing it. Today we are joined by an amazing mom who will be sharing her story on her weaning journey, and therefore help me welcome Anne Maina. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Anne Maina. I am married and I am a mother of 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Okay, that was a good mathematics. 2 boys, 2 girls.
Yes.
Please share with us, when did you start weaning for each of the 4 children?
For all the 4 children, I've started weaning when they hit 6 months. It's usually a long-waited time for it for every mother. Yes, after going the breastfeeding journey, you can't wait for when your child can start eating food.
Yes.
And so when immediately they hit the 6 months,
On the
you
day,
win.
On the specific day,
I've
Leo
done
ni
it
Leo.
on the day, Leo ni Leo.
Wow. Why did you wait for 6 months?
Because this information that I got from my doctor when I got my firstborn,
Okay.
on why it is important to wait for the 6 months. It has helped them with immunity, especially.
Okay.
They don't just get, the flu, the cold, and
Because
all
of
that.
constant breastfeeding
Yes.
for the first 6 months.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, it is easy. It's unlike food that you have to prepare, cook.
And back.
Yes. Just carry your baby along with you, and you have the baby's food with you.
Okay, I'll cut you short
It's
right
easy
there.
for me.
I'll cut you short right there.
Okay.
Moms at home, please don't go away. You'd like to hear this story. Welcome back. We're just beginning to discuss weaning on our show today on The Nest. Please remember to send us your comments on our Facebook page. We're looking forward to hear about your journeys. On set, we're joined by an amazing mom who's sharing with us how she started her weaning journey from the 6th month mark. So, Anne, you were sharing with us that it is easier to just wait for the 6 months and breastfeed exclusively.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when you have a newborn baby, you have so many things going on. In my own experience,
Yes.
you're dealing with your own foods,
Yes.
dealing with your weight, you're dealing with another member of the family that you're not used to.
Yes.
So with all these things going, I think it's just easier to use the God-given meal for the baby and not add another burden to yourself to start introducing foods that might even start bringing problems to a child. Because one of the things that happened to my children, at least 2 of them, is that when you wean, there's a problem of constipation.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
One, it could be because maybe you're not giving enough water. I will not say fluid because you're not supposed to give any other fluid according to my doctor.
Okay.
Other than the water.
Yes. Water and breast milk, of course.
Water and breast milk.
Yes.
Still, when you wean, the main food is still supposed to remain breast milk.
Yes.
So it's not that I have weaned today and tomorrow, hooray, I'm not going to breastfeed the baby.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe it could be you're not giving enough fluid, or the food that you have weaned with is affecting the baby.
Can you probably start with your own journey? Like, what did you start with? And is it the same for all the 4 babies?
Yes. So according to my doctor, let me give you a small background.
Please go ahead.
Because when I got my firstborn, I did not know about babies.
Okay. Like most mothers.
So I didn't have siblings that, like those families where you had a sibling that you
Bigger
probably
sister.
took care of.
Yes, or the smaller one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or a bigger sister that you can probably ask about weaning. So when I got my baby, I would ask, when I go for the clinic, I would ask everything. I'll go see the nurse, I'll go see the doctor, and I'll ask all the questions.
Yes.
So when I got my firstborn, and I went for the clinic when my baby was just about to clock the 6 months, and I asked about weaning. And the doctor told me, it has to be very systematic.
Yes.
start with the carbohydrates, the vitamins, and go to the proteins.
Yes.
Reason being, the proteins are very hard to digest.
Okay.
So it is in the order of how they are digested easily, according to my doctor.
Okay.
And so the baby's digestive system is able to adapt.
Yes.
And so going with my doctor's word, I just did what he said. I didn't have any reason to doubt him.
Yes.
And so I started with porridge, uji.
Okay. Yes.
So, and he insisted that don't give the uji that is mixed up with everything.
Yes.
Start with just the white flour, like the ugali flour, so that you are able to know how your baby is progressing, and if there are any allergies, you'll be able to pick.
Yes.
So you just start with the white flour and introduce the other things slowly, the millet, the sorghum, and the others. So you just go slowly. After the uji, probably you do the potatoes, and just progressively go to the vitamins, and then go to the proteins.
Okay.
And that's what I have done with all the 4.
What is progressively? Progressively, is it today I give the white uji,
Yes.
then tomorrow I do millet?
Oh, okay. No. When you give a food, according to my doctor, give it at least 3-4 days.
Okay.
Because the system, you will not know how the system is reacting with just giving like one meal. So when you have given like 2, 3, 4 days, you'll be able to know for sure this food is not reacting.
Okay.
I'll give you an example with my firstborn and my secondborn. When I introduced fruits, and they started constipating.
Fruits, this is after you said carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates, then vitamins,
and
yes.
then?
So the fruits are in the vitamins.
Okay.
But these
okay.
after I've introduced maybe a spinach
Yes.
in the potato. And so, some greens in the foods.
Yes.
Then I do the fruits. And my child starts constipating. And I didn't know why, because vitamins have fiber.
Yes.
But the doctor told me the same thing. You've given fruits, so what have you given recently? And what I had given recently was banana and pawpaw. So he told me you have to remove one of them and give it a week.
Yes.
Then remove the other, give it a week. And surprisingly, it was the pawpaw. That was with my firstborn, and it also happened with my secondborn.
Very funny, the pawpaw. The pawpaw is a culprit for many babies.
Yes,
in terms of causing constipation.
Exactly, but some people also swear by the pawpaw to help in digestion.
I know.
So I think babies, just like grown-ups, are different.
Yes.
It's just like the way some people will love meat and others don't love meat, and
True.
or your system just doesn't go well with meat.
True.
Yes, so
Okay.
it can be very different for different children. Yes.
Okay, so now tell me, how many times in a day? You started with the uji.
Yes.
Is it once in the morning, or 2 times once in the morning, in the evening? How frequently?
Yes. Now, when I start, I just start once a day, because again, when you start, you don't expect them to take a cup full.
True, of course.
So they just do a few spoons,
Yes.
and you give it a break.
Yes.
Then the following day, you give it like, if the baby took like 3 spoons, the following day they'll take like 5 spoons.
Okay.
And when you notice,
go increasing progressively.
And then now from morning, and you can give it maybe in the evening. Yes. So it just it's not sudden. It's not sudden weaning.
Yes.
It's just little food as per the baby's stomach.
And they say that the size of the baby's stomach is the size of their fist.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And the problem, I think, with a new mother, like when I got my firstborn,
Yes.
is to imagine that I want my child to take this full cup so that the baby can be full.
So the baby doesn't embarrass you. At least they have some cheeks.
I know, yeah. Yes.
So now tell me, these foods, they are, okay, you said you give them once. Now, let's go to your white unga, and then the millet.
Yes.
You give the white unga for that, say, 3 days.
Yes.
And then you'll give the millet another 3 days, or will you begin to then merge them together?
Yes, for me, I merge them.
Okay.
So I will have my white unga, then I will have maybe millet and sorghum. So I will just keep adding.
Yes.
Because I do not want to give just one ingredient.
Yes.
Other than for the white unga, but if the child is okay, now just mix. Remember, it is something very small. You don't have to mix like 5 kgs.
Yes.
Something very small.
Yes.
So I just mix. Yes.
So you go now progressing and adding on to their little diet.
Yes.
So that by probably the 3rd week, then when you're starting to bring in the mashed potatoes, it's bring the mashed potatoes for lunch or for dinner, and you still have the millet unga porridge in the morning.
Yes.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense, yes. But again, children are different, in my own experience. There are children that you will give porridge in the morning and they completely refuse. And this is very frustrating for a mother.
Yes.
Especially a new one. It's very frustrating because, I mean, if a child refuses porridge in the morning, what are you supposed to give? Child can't take tea. Yes. But in my own experience, the doctor says starches, vitamins, proteins.
Yes.
A potato is a starch.
Yes.
So if the child refuses to take porridge, you can easily just boil a potato and mash it, or depending with different people. For me, I just mash. I don't blend. I just mash.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It has worked
Again,
for me.
the texture and all works well for the child.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can just give something different. You don't have to struggle and you have this fight with the baby and you have to feed the baby the porridge.
Cooler.
Yes. So it has worked for me to just maybe interchange the foods. There's nothing wrong with taking a potato in the morning or a pumpkin in the morning. There's nothing wrong with that according to me.
Now, before I even progress further to the how you eventually have a whole menu for the baby, assuming now you've gone through the whole journey of the carbs, introducing the carbs for 3 days. That's very clear for us.
Yes.
And then progressing to the vitamins, which is the vegetables and the fruits and all that. Tell me about your portioning. Because the quantity the baby is eating is very small.
Yes.
How are you working around the portions? Like, do you really boil one potato, and what if the baby eats half the potato? What do you do with the other one?
Oh yes. Now, in what I do, personal experience, I do not cook a lot of food for the baby, maybe to keep in the fridge or maybe just for the day. If the baby, if I can just do maybe, let's say, a potato, and sometimes I will add an arrowroot and maybe spinach, for example. Just one potato, spinach, maybe just like 2 or 3 leaves, and an arrowroot. The baby will probably eat in the morning, and I keep the rest and I give the baby in the evening.
Okay.
But there's also the choice of just doing something small that the baby will feed just once.
Okay.
A potato, and I grate a carrot.
Okay.
And the baby just feeds once, and I'll do something else in the evening.
Okay.
Yes, so I actually do that. And for what I have done is that I have a very small sufuria.
Okay.
For the baby.
How small is small? Because I thought mine was small, but it's not small anymore.
It's actually very small. Because I realized if I cook with a bigger sufuria, it actually gives me the impression of, this is not enough. Let me just add. Yes. So when I use a small cooking pot, it helps me to just cook little food for the baby.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So for you, you have not been working on anything that has slept over. Sleepover is a no for you.
Mostly yes. I don't do sleepover for the baby.
Okay.
Yes, until the baby is now older. By older, I mean now about 10 months, 1 year. Yes, because again, I fear a lot.
Yes.
No, I told you I have 4 children.
Yes. And you don't look it at all.
So my fridge is full.
Yes.
And the other children will also come. They want to keep something in the fridge. They're also picking something from the fridge, and the baby's food can get contaminated.
Okay.
So, and also remember, we also have the nannies. I am there, the daddy's there.
Everyone.
Yes, so the fridge is not just for the baby. So to avoid any contamination with the baby's food, just cook little in a small sufuria. When it's over, wash the sufuria and it is ready for the next meal.
Okay. Okay. So tell me, in your experience, now that you have we have understood the whole journey of the 3 days, introducing one thing at a time and bringing it on board, you're breastfeeding at the beginning of the journey, and you're breastfeeding at the time that the baby has now the whole three balanced diet on board. Did that vary?
Yes, it did. Let me start from the beginning. When I get the baby. So the baby is breastfeeding like every other baby.
Yes.
So normally it is when the baby wakes up and normally the baby will want to breastfeed.
Yes.
And you breastfeed the baby, they play a bit. When they want to sleep, they breastfeed.
Yes.
But it also gets to a time when they are just like 4.5 months, 5 months. And now you can now even feel as a mother, this baby now is really draining me because now they are, that's why I said you can't wait to wean the baby.
Hunger pan.
Yes. So when I have weaned the baby, by the time they're hitting 6 months, and now you're feeling the baby is really draining you.
Yes.
Because now you had just taken your uji, your chocolate, and now the baby just wakes up once and drains you.
Yes.
You have no milk left.
Yes.
And you wonder, do I eat again? Or what do I do? But now when you wean and the baby is feeding well, you sort of relax.
Yes.
Because I just weaned my baby. My baby is turning 7 months.
Your last one.
Yes.
And your first one is how old?
My first one is 9 years.
Good.
So just when I weaned my baby, I noticed now sometimes she will feed.
Yes.
And she's so full, even sometimes she will not want to breastfeed.
Okay.
So kind of the pressure reduces.
Yes.
About your milk.
Yes.
Sometimes you will go somewhere, maybe you've gone to work and you've not had a good meal, and when you're rushing home you're wondering, will my baby have enough to drink?
Yeah.
But now when you have weaned, you sort of relax. Even if I just have little milk, at least the baby has fed. So it is sort of comforts you. But again, you should not be so comfortable and forget the baby still needs the milk until, as the doctors say, until the baby is about 2 years.
Okay.
No, but however,
Challenge
in personal experience, some children will not get to 2 years.
They're done with
because my firstborn completely refused to breastfeed. I would express milk and he will refuse to take it.
Wow.
Completely.
At
8 months.
Wow.
That was bad.
So every baby is unique.
Yes. I did exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months. But at 8 months, he completely refused. I don't know whether there's something I could have done because I didn't seek any help. I was a new mother and I was also frustrated. Why is my baby not breastfeeding?
I think at this point, we need to call the expert. Probably the expert will be able to answer your question.
Yes, I would like to hear.
To my viewer back at home, please share with us your experience on weaning. We will be back after the break with the expert. Don't go away. You're welcome back. We've been having an amazing mom sharing her weaning story that has been very beautiful. Please continue sending in your comments. As promised, I have with us our expert nutritionist. Please introduce yourself, Lynette.
My name is Lynette August and I'm a nutritionist. I am happy to be here.
You're welcome, and you've come in the nick of time. We actually need your help. We have a mom who already has a question for you.
Okay.
So, and probably repeat the question for Lynette.
Yes, Lynette, I had an issue. My firstborn child, I did the exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months and then breastfed up to 8 months. But 8 months, he completely refused to breastfeed. Did everything I would express. Tried the bottle, tried the cup, and he was not taking it. What is your advice on that?
So some children are like that. Some children, when they get older, they tend to refuse to breastfeed. But you did your part, like the first 6 months, you did it well. But now at 8 months, maybe he was struggling to get milk. Maybe his positioning was not okay. You know, at that time they are quite active.
Yes.
So maybe when the latching was wrong, so he was trying to breastfeed, but nothing is coming out. Maybe he's trying to, but he can't communicate.
Yes. But she said that she was expressing the milk,
and still
he was rejecting.
You know, there is even that nipple confusion. the bottle
Okay.
and the nipple
Okay.
itself.
Okay.
So maybe this child was not understanding. Is it the nipple? You know, the breast you have to put in work. With the bottle, it's easier.
Yes.
So at this time you're putting him on the breast. The other minute we are trying the bottle.
Yes.
So you see, even the child is confused.
So we're confusing the child.
The child is already confused.
But the baby survived and is now 9 years old.
Confused.
Yes, he's now 9 years old, thank
But
God.
there are those who refuse completely. They
okay.
just refuse.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
But maybe I can even bring in the issue of water, even before we leave that part.
Yes.
Water consumption. By the time the baby is 8 months, you are giving much more water. Or,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because I would like to say water. Water is one big issue.
Okay.
And constipation can really be bad. When it happens, it's bad.
Okay.
So what I would actually like to say is try to give water as much as possible.
Okay.
Whether it is by bottle, the cup, the spoon, just to make sure
No
the baby
limit.
gets water.
Is there a limit to the amount of water?
I don't think. Okay, for my children, I will notice that they will take the water, and at some point you'll actually see the baby completely refusing.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
I don't know what our expert would say, but
Okay.
yes.
Most babies refuse water.
Yes.
But at times I tend to think we always we are giving babies hot water.
Yes.
How sweet is hot water?
Warm water.
And warm water, how sweet is it?
It's not.
It's not sweet. And try, even when you go home, give your baby room temperature water.
Yes.
They may take it better than even the warm water.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just the taste.
Okay.
That's why you see mothers say, nilieka ka glucose and my baby took it well. I put something inside and they took it well. Why?
Okay.
It's just the taste, because it's just plain.
Okay.
But you see, even for yourself, hot water is not sweet.
It's true.
So if your baby refuses hot water, try another option, like give it when you can't give it cold, but room temperature.
Okay.
When the weather is okay, you just try. You just babies, you just play around with them.
Yes.
But how much water is too much water? Because I think even for new mothers, when she was talking about not giving the baby a full cup of food and stuffing them,
Yes.
babies will signal when they are full, probably on water and food as well. Do they start rejecting? I mean,
They would, but you see, when you've just started the complementary feeding,
yes.
it is quite, you cannot reach the limit of water.
Okay.
Because these babies, they fight you literally. You cannot say I've overfed my baby on water. It's not possible, because they have taken their food.
Okay.
Like in a day, you can't tell me that baby has taken maybe 4 cups of water like
Of course
this.
not. Of
They
course
they
not.
can't
Of course
take.
not. Of course not.
So even with their bottles, you just measure. Like if you say my baby in the morning took 100 ml,
Yes.
you'd probably, now you come and pima kawaida. You
Yes.
take a cup and you say, when you're told how much did you give your baby, how much water did you give, you'll tell the doctor, I gave 3 cups of this. How did you know? You used her bottle, you measured the mls, you poured there. So if the high, like you can't say my baby took 500, 600 ml in that whole day.
Okay.
Some of them don't.
So immediately you begin the weaning process, you also need to introduce water.
It is a must. And remember, I had her say, ikifika 6 months, I start. It is at the end of 6 months, starting the 7th month,
Oh, really?
is when we start feeding our babies.
And I have been doing it
What?
all wrong.
This is
And it,
I
we
think
don't start at 6 months. If you
Okay.
count literally 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes.
6 months, that is not 6 months.
Yes.
It is at the end of 6 months.
At the end of 6 months.
We are starting the 7th
Seventh
month. Is when we start feeding our babies.
But I think for Anne as well, for me, is that by the time that baby is hitting the 6-month mark,
Yes.
they are drinking the life out of you. I mean, everyone, the baby wants to feed.
But you've done it. The first 5 months. 1 month won't make a difference. It won't. Those few weeks, those 3 weeks won't make a difference.
Okay.
Just do it till the end of 6 months. As we are starting the 7th month, we introduce our first feed.
You have just introduced a new challenge
Yes,
to mothers. Those mothers who are waiting just to hit the 6th month mark.
you have to wait. I know it's hard, but you have to wait.
Oh my goodness.
Now
Okay.
talk to us regarding these mothers, and there are many out there watching us who actually even start weaning at the 4th month, especially when they're going back to work. What are the risks?
A long time, nutritionally now, long time ago, at 4 months, mothers were allowed to wean their babies. Complementary feeding was allowed. But with research, a lot of research was done, and they came up and said the children's digestive system, the gut from the throat to the stomach, is not fully developed at 4 months. That is why they extended it to 6 months. So if you introduce feeds earlier, you might be damaging this child and you don't know. Maybe the throat might be thin. Now the choking episodes are there. You're wondering, why is my child choking? Why is my child having constant diarrhea? Why is my child having constipation? It is your fault as a mother.
Ouch.
You've introduced feeds early. And I know each time you go to the clinic, you're told you wait till 6 months. You have to wait. The nurses sing it literally. You have to wait till 6 months. And now that is now the problem for early introduction of feeds. You damage your child's digestive system. And the allergies, they tend to get more allergies at that particular point. Their bodies are not ready for solids.
So either way, if your baby is not getting full, whether they are 2 months or whatever, you encourage a mother out there to breastfeed. Maybe if it's not possible, maybe, but I'll still encourage breastfeeding. You will do alternatives. Okay, now share with us about now from the expert side regarding the weaning journey. She shared with us her experience and how she's done it, and we want to probably see how far off she is from your recommendation.
She actually has done well.
Wow! Oh, nice.
Apart from the 3 weeks early, she's done well. So we tell mothers, this baby has never eaten. This is a new thing. At the end of 6 months, we are starting our 7th month. We start with porridge. Porridge or a light cereal, like rice flour, light cereal, porridge or that, because even rice flour doesn't even have taste. If you taste it, it's tasteless. Or unga, like the maize meal, it's fine. Those are 2 spoons, 3 spoons maximum. You give the baby, you look at the baby, how they react. You'll tend to see their stool might be different that day. So you give maybe 2 spoons in the morning. You do your breastfeeding. In the evening, you give another 1 spoon or 2 spoons, depending on how the baby is reacting.
And these 2 spoons, because everywhere I see is that are about spoons. Is it a tablespoon? Is it the baby's?
A tablespoon is fine, because it's just 1, like 1, 2.
So when you're measuring, you're cooking, you're measuring with a tablespoon, probably.
Or if you're using the baby spoon, maybe if it's, because it's small, maybe you'll give, like if you're supposed to give a tablespoon, you'll give maybe 3. 3 little tudogos, because they are small. They are quite small for the first spoons. So the first day you've done uji, baby has slept well. Because most mothers will say, I thought my baby slept well at night, thinking they are full sakabisa. You would give uji maybe probably 3 to 4 days. You'll be playing with that uji, with the amount. You started with 2 spoons, you're going to 3 spoons, 3 to 4 days before you introduce another 1 type of food. Not 2 different types of food. If we are doing potato, we are doing potato only. You boil your potato, you mash the potato, you give the baby. I usually she actually explained it well. Like we start with this and this till the vitamins. You know, one of the reasons why they say fruits come hapa mwisho, it's because of the taste. You know, fruits are sweet. If you give me today mango, I've never taken porridge, what will I take?
Mango.
You'll choose mango. You'll choose the sweet things. If you give me the watermelon, the bananas, they are sweet. So if you tell me to eat pumpkin and potato and spinach, I won't feed on that food. So the sweet things come at the end. Even the uji, you should try not to put sugar. I see moms putting sugar. You put sugar kidogo maybe as they grow older, not at 6 months.
actually even discouraged
Yes.
by some people.
Yes, as they grow
Yeah.
older, not at 6 months. At 6 months, you're the ones telling them what is what. You as a mother, you're the one who is telling the baby, it is potato in my house and there's potato only. This baby will feed on potato. If you tell them, in my house we are taking Cerelac, it is Cerelac. That is now the problem.
So now regarding now the mash, for example, so you're talking about, you'll therefore have a small menu where you've brought in your porridge for your 4 days, and then you want to bring in the mash. So you can have your porridge in the morning and then your mash in the evening.
Actually, that's after like that 7th month, the baby is supposed to take like 2 meals,
Okay.
morning and evening.
Okay.
During the day, breast milk, or some mothers, because of challenges here and there, they give formula. So it's 2 meals.
Yes.
As per the 7th month, we are going to the 8th month. We are now at maybe 3 meals and breast milk and like a snack here. Now you hear there's fruits at 10. You hear there's some fruit, some yogurt somewhere, natural yogurt at 4. Now that is how it goes.
Okay.
You go add slowly.
Okay.
Because some kids feed more than others. You might find you're telling your child to eat 3 meals a day, but they are snacking more. If you bring some cereal, they'll take. If you bring some food, they take. There are kids who are just like that.
Okay. Tell me about, there's a lot, especially online, about baby-led weaning, where the baby actually just chooses what they want. So you set them somewhere where they can actually learn to feed themselves. What would you say about that?
It's not bad. It's not bad. But I would say like to a kawaida mother, now you're telling your child, I'll put you here, maybe with a variety of foods for you to choose from. Some moms cannot afford that. You cannot afford to give your babies 4 types of food, and maybe that is food for a whole week for that child. But it encourages the children to pick. But to my opinion, I don't think they'll feed well, because this 6-month-old, they'll pick what they want. Maybe they'll just dip their fingers, but they wouldn't actually say, this is what I want to feed. And in these cases, because at times they are finger foods, in the baby-led weaning, choking is on right. It's more. Because if you put a carrot, this baby will see orange. It's color orange. I'll pick this. I won't pick the uji, which is watery. So if this baby bites it, the possibility of this baby choking is very high.
Yeah, true. True, but I think it's a very Western kind of. It's and it may probably attract the soft kind of fruits, like probably melon. It's more like the safer fruits, away from the choking. If someone was to choose to go for the baby-led weaning. Now tell me, in regards to, you were saying that the fruits are very delicious, and therefore they should be put at the end of the list in the introduction. Where are the proteins?
Proteins at 6 months, there are no proteins. 7 months, no proteins.
Even 7 months, no proteins.
Yes, we start at the end of 7 months. We are heading to 8 months. And it's not animal protein, not meat, it's the lentils. We start with the plant proteins. Lentils. We are doing beans. Those are the things we start with, actually. The meat and what come after 9 months. And that is even where eggs come in. At 9 months. Here in front,
so no fish.
No, you start animal proteins at almost 8 to 9 months when you're going on.
You talked about sugar, but I didn't hear you talk about salt. What is your take on salt?
Baby's food needs salt. They need salt. To avoid goiter, they need it. Iodized salt. They need it. Even if it's a pinch, even as an adult. Even those who say we are hypertensive, we don't take salt. You need your salt. You will suffer from goiter. You need your pinch of salt.
So a very, very faint
cooked salt, not added salt. You cook your salt.
So as you boil the potato,
you put a pinch of salt.
a bit
of salt.
And by the way, on that note, green, what are they called? Minji fall under their vitamins, right? Peas, green peas.
Yes.
They're vitamins. Okay, so they'll fall in together with the spinach category.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure if you have any question. I don't know. You look like you didn't put salt in your food.
No, I have not been putting salt.
And it also
For my
gives the-
6-month-old.
you put a pinch. Not, it doesn't even have to taste.
Okay.
Just a small pinch. They
So
need
it's not salt to taste.
No, not salt. As they grow older, they'll know now salt is for making
For
my food,
tasting.
for tasting.
Okay.
You put a pinch.
Okay. So I didn't know about the salt. That one is new.
Exactly.
You have
passed
an
the
expert.
test. You're at 90% clearly from the marking scale.
Yes.
Would encourage you moms out there to please continue sending in your comments regarding your weaning journey. I'm not sure whether there is anything, actually please, any major do's and don'ts on weaning that you probably want to share with the moms at home.
So in weaning, apart from now we know it's at the end of 6 months, we start weaning.
At the end.
At the end, we are starting the 7th month. And remember, continue breastfeeding till 2 years.
Okay.
You introduce your food and you continue breastfeeding this baby.
Yes.
Positioning of children while feeding prevents choking
Yes.
and gives them even a routine. They know when I'm seated here, it's time for my meal.
Okay. So even if I'm holding her, I need to have a consistent place that I'm feeding her.
If you're holding your baby on your laps,
Yes.
proper positioning, especially now we go to the special needs, proper positioning of feeding.
Okay.
You cannot feed a baby when the baby is lying back.
Yes.
It is not allowed.
Most definitely.
Most mothers, you place your babies here, they lie here.
Okay.
Because it's comfortable to you,
Yes.
but hazardous to the child.
Okay.
This child is supposed to be proned up. You rather put pillows because of our seats at home. You put pillows, prone your baby up. If you don't have a seat for your child, maybe some have seats, those feeding seats.
Yes.
Prone yourself up. This baby should be upright.
Yes.
After feeding, don't put the baby to sleep immediately. Even those who feed and sleep immediately, hold the baby up.
Yes.
Okay.
Even if it's here for some time, hold the baby up, the food to digest.
Okay.
In this way, you're preventing that child to have any episodes of vomiting and choking while they are sleeping.
Okay.
Because the food will have digested.
Okay.
So you hold them up for a while, then you put them to sleep.
What is a while?
30 minutes.
Okay. So when they're
15
done
to
feeding, you
30
hold them
minutes.
up. Okay.
Yeah, you hold them up
Yes.
if they are asleep.
Yes.
If they are not asleep, you put them to sit. Because that is why they say a child should feed after 6 months, because now they are able to sit.
Yes.
Okay.
Apart from the special needs children, they are told at 6 months that child can be prone up.
Yes.
So you put them to sit and they feed sitting.
Yes.
Okay.
You can even stand, you as a mom, and you feed that child when the child is sitting.
Yes.
For the special needs mom, they need to, there are some who have special seats, but if you don't have a special seat, you put pillows, you just try
Support
and
the
support
child.
that child to be upright.
Yes.
Because of those choking can kill. And it's just a minute. And the airway is blocked.
Wow. On that note, I just think about first aid. First aid is still hitting the middle of the back,
Yes. Hit.
right? The same way,
Yes.
or the hit upwards.
Upwards. You hit, the baby is like this, you hit. Like that.
Okay.
And then you turn the baby, then you stroke it here.
Yes.
Like
If the blockage is not yet over, if the baby is still choking, that's when you turn them over.
the choking, actually you're supposed to turn the baby immediately. You notice if they are choking, you turn them, you start
Upside down.
Yes.
Yes.
You hold the baby here, you hit them. You count like 1, 2, 3. And as you're hitting that, there's the other option. If you're alone, you should be maybe going outside. Somebody should be looking for help, because you don't know the extent of the choking.
Okay, true.
So if you have a help in the house, or somebody else is within the house, they should be finding means of you to get to a hospital.
Yes.
But before you get to the hospital, you should do those basic first aids. You hit the baby, you turn the baby, you press the chest kidogo,
Yes.
turn the baby again, you hit, like that.
Until something comes out. Okay. Gosh, thank you very much. Wealth of knowledge right there.
Yeah, thank you.
Gosh, I've
I'm
really
wiser.
enjoyed. At this point, I'd like to thank our amazing guests. Thank you so much, Anne.
You're most welcome.
You have
Pleasure
passed
to be
the
here.
winning test. Thank you so much, Lynette, for the amazing information you've shared with us. We also want to thank all the guys behind the camera. We'd like to thank you so much, our viewer, for staying with us. Please don't miss to join us next time. Until we meet again only on CTN, I am your host, Gladel Kameni.